Jason, are we waiting on Eric and Yolanda?
Eric's off on vacation.
Okay.
So I'm going to cover his. Yolanda got stuck at an inspection. She's going to be running a little late. So if we can just change the agenda around, let's do Jared's first two.
Okay.
Then I'll do Eric's, and then hopefully Yolanda, she should be here within 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
So once 1 o'clock hits, oh, it is 1 o'clock. We can get going.
Okay. We'll call the July 20th meeting of the Board of Appeals to order. We'll take roll call, please.
So noted.
Staff members.
So noted.
Is there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
No, sir.
We have the minutes to approve from June 15th. Do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes from the June 15, 20.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none?
Mr. Sims?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Pontoni?
Yes.
It appears we have no dangerous buildings.
No, sir.
Okay. Our first order of business is 263 South La Vista. Do we have somebody from 263 South La Vista today? If you could step forward to the podium and state your name, and then we will hear from city staff.
Ryan?
Hi, my name is Catherine Carava, and I live at 263 South La Vista Boulevard in Battle Creek. It's on the south side of Columbia.
Okay, and ma'am, we'll hear from city staff first, and then we'll hear from you. Jared?
So, as part of my job, we do property surveys, and South La Vista happened to be one of the routes we did as far as property surveys. So, a couple months ago, I went by the property and just noticed that the fascia on top of the garage was missing some paint.
Okay. You said paint's missing on the top of the garage?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, ma'am.
Well, actually, I could put paint on it, but the wood is rotten, so it needs to be replaced. Otherwise, it's going to be a long-term problem. So I called this number for Neighborhoods Incorporated to get some help, and they took all my information over the phone, said they would send me everything, online, and I could sign it. Well, that never happened, so I called and left a message, and no one ever called me back, and I called again, and I've never heard from them. So I guess I can just do it myself the cheap way. I would prefer to have it really repaired, but I can't afford to hire a contractor, so.
Okay, and how much time were you looking for an extension?
Well, how much time do we have? How much time do I have? At least a month.
Okay. Jared, do you have any input?
I think that's perfectly acceptable if she needs a little more time
Okay.
to fix the boarding there or paint it. Either way.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with my neighbors. I love them. They help me a lot. They live next door to me, and their garage is literally held up by cement blocks. Hasn't been painted in probably 20 years. I mean, it's falling apart. The roof is separated from the walls.
Yeah.
It's just propped up. And so when I got this letter, I was so surprised. And I said, did you guys get a letter, asking you to do something to your garage? And they said, no, we didn't get anything.
Okay. I'd have to look at the address, but if it is in the current state it is in, I can A, either go look at it now, or B, it could already be going through the court process or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, I don't mean to get them in trouble, but I thought this is so minor compared
Right.
to that.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I'll try to get it repaired as soon as I can.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Any board discussion?
No.
Seeing none, do I have a motion?
Make a motion to extend to 63 La Vista Boulevard South for 1 month.
So that would be August 16th.
I'll support.
Mr. Sims, just clarifying that the original completion date was July 24th. So if you're looking to give an additional 30 days on top of the July 24th, just wanted to make you aware if you wanted to set it for the.
So it would be the following meeting. Okay, so we'd amend that to September 20th?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'll
we-
support.
Okay, we have a motion and support. Any discussion? Seeing none?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Pontoni?
Yes.
Mr. Sims?
Yes. So you have an extension till September 20th, and if you're making progress and you're just not quite there, Jared will work with you also, so you
Okay.
don't have to come back in.
Okay, thank you
Okay,
very much.
thank you. Our next property is 183 West Street. Do we have a representative? Please come up and state your name.
My name is Jody Sager. I am the property manager at Westbrook Place Apartments. I was told to bring a letter by the ownership group allowing us to talk on their behalf. Is there somebody I should give that to?
Okay, Jared?
So I received a complaint from Westbrook Place. A lady on one of the various floors up there was having some leaking issues with their windows. I went out to inspect that and it verified that, yes, the windows were indeed leaking and there were some other problems with the ceiling leaking in the apartment.
So this was a tenant-generated complaint?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
We have been in the process, it is not a repair we can do or in-house. There are a number of these repairs that we can take care of in-house, and we do when we find them. We are currently in the process of obtaining bids for a number of things, honestly. We are looking to do a rehab. It probably won't happen until next year, but since this has come up, we're kind of in that kind of mind frame right at the moment. I actually have a gentleman from Kalamazoo Building Restoration who is getting me a bid on Tuesday for a partial repair of that area. So specifically that area is taken care of. I will not have that bid until Tuesday. At this point, I don't know how long it's going to take them to come out and get it done when we have it in and we have an approval. So I was just asking for a time extension.
Any discussion, Jared?
I mean, I think that's acceptable. If they want to have more time to do more comprehensive repairs within those apartments, I think that would be acceptable.
Okay. Any board input? So when they get you the estimate, have they said when they can start the work? Have they given you any indication?
We haven't gotten any of that information yet. I probably won't have it until Tuesday when we get the bids and we can call them and talk to them about it. He didn't really have a whole lot to say to me about it when I talked to him. I actually spoke with him yesterday, and he said they were working on the bid and we'd have it on Tuesday and we can kind of go over it at that point. In my original appeal letter, I asked to have until 8/25, which was a month after, just to see what our options were and what we needed to do to get this taken care of. I'd like 60 days if at all possible, but I mean, that's up to you guys. Thank you.
I'm thinking September 20th for a date to extend these these repairs here, and then she has the ability, or the company has the ability to work with the department at that point, and
Okay.
There's always an opportunity for a second appeal as well if that's needed further down the road.
So we have a motion to extend 183 West to September 20th. Do we support?
Support.
We have a motion and support. Do we have any discussion? Seeing none?
Mr. Pontoni?
yes.
Mr. Sims?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all so much.
You have an extension till September 20th.
Take care.
Okay, do we have anybody from 161 Redner? If you would state your name, please.
Ingrid Hoadley.
Thank you. Yolanda?
Yes. Good afternoon. This particular enforcement was due to a rental renewal. There were several violations found at the property, including roof repairs, which had multiple shingles on top that needs to be replaced. Also, inside the property, it showed evidence of some water damage that could have possibly come from the roofing. I understand Ms. Hoagley's, situation as far as trying to get these repairs. She's never gave us any issue, in trying to work on that. So I'm willing to work with her as far as an extension. I'm not sure how long she needs, but I know she has been getting estimates and that sort of thing. So.
Ms. Holtley?
Yeah, I have a contract I signed with a roofer, Richard Brown. And it was about a month and a half ago, he was supposed to get started on it, and he said he got sick. He keeps putting me off, and he doesn't answer his phone when I call him. So I did speak with him just a couple days ago, and he said he was going to send his guys out to look at the roof. Something just fell down on me. I don't know what it was. He says he's sending a couple of guys out to look at it. He said he was going to get started on it soon, but I've heard that for the last month and a half, too.
Okay.
Is that ESO roofing?
Yes. Okay. And the other issues should have been done a long time ago. I had a handyman months and months and months ago. I worked with him for about 2 years, and he decided to quit on me, so I've been looking for another handyman. And I've been out there when they blow me off, they don't show up. It's one thing or another, trying to find somebody. It's so hard to find. Or I did have somebody out there a couple times. I got most of the things on the list completed.
Okay.
There's just a few things left. I don't have a ladder that's tall enough to get up high for the trim. I was thinking maybe the roofing guys can reach down. It's right on the roof line, and they could reach down and get that trim painted for me. I could ask Richard Brown with Esau Roofing if they could maybe help me
What
out.
kind of extension were you looking for?
I'm kind of at the mercy of whenever Esau Roofing can get out there and do, I don't know, he said he was running behind schedule. And I just talked to a new handyman, and we're going to get together and talk about these issues, and he's going to come out and work with me. It's a new guy, so I don't know if he's going to show up or not, but I'm going to try to get on it because I don't have that much left to do there.
Okay.
And should be wrapped up within, I probably only need a couple weeks or 3 weeks for the handyman, but the roofing guy, I don't know when he's going to come.
Are you good with September 20th?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any discussion from the board? If not, may I have a motion?
Make a motion to extend 161 Redner Avenue until September.
Be September 20th. Support?
Support.
We have a motion and support. Any discussion? Seeing none?
Mr. Sims?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Pontoni?
Yes.
Okay, so you have an extension to September 20th, and as you're progressing, if you work with Yolanda, she'll help you, and you won't have to come back in again as long as everything's progressing well.
Also, I should tell you that I was trying to get a loan from a bank, and they told me my ex-husband's name is still on the properties. So I'm going to court. I had to file a motion to get his name off of it, and they're holding him in contempt of court. And It's costing me some money too. I just wanted to let you know that trying to get the loan from the bank said I'm approved, except my ex-husband's name has to be removed.
Okay. I think you'll be able to work fine with Yolanda and get things worked out.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do we have anybody from 324 Riverside Drive? Yolanda?
Okay. This particular property, there's only one picture to show because of the face of the building actually had common issues in terms of the trim work, as far as peeling paint and some rotted wood around the windowsills. This particular enforcement, of course, was due to a property survey, and that was what my assessment was. I would recommend just to leave the order as it
Affirm
stands.
as is.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Any board discussion? Do we have a motion?
How would you word that, Yolanda?
Yes, I'm sorry,
You said you would recommend,
to leave the order as it stands,
Affirm the motion.
to affirm the motion as it is.
thank you.
Thank you.
I'll move to affirm the motion as written for 322 and 324 Riverside Drive.
Support.
Have a motion and support. Any discussion? Seeing none?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Pontoni?
Yes,
Mr. Sims?
Yes. Okay, 521 Wentworth. Do we have anybody from 521 Wentworth? And who was covering for Eric? Is that you, Jason?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
521 Wentworth was a property survey that was conducted back on May 4th with a repair date of July 11th. Just some exterior scraping and painting, it appears. Eric's recommendation was 30 days. However, if the appellant isn't here, I would ask the board to affirm it as written.
Okay, any discussion? I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to affirm 521 Wentworth Avenue as written.
I'll support.
We have a motion and support. Any discussion? Seeing none?
Mr. Pontoni?
Yes,
Mr. Sims?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Okay, 535 Wentworth. If you would state your name, please.
Daniel Van Dongen, I own 535 Wentworth.
Okay. And Jason?
535 Wentworth was also a property survey that was conducted on May 4th with a compliance date of July 11th. The order consists of repairing all exterior surfaces where the paint is peeling. The original compliance date, again, July 11th. Eric made a recommendation of 30 additional days.
Okay, Mr. Van Dyken?
Well, I wasn't arguing the repair, just the length of time. The parts that are in the picture right now are already completed and finished.
Okay,
In fact, most all the front and the sides are almost completed. They got the rear of the house yet and some sections of the garage, and it'll be complete. So I just needed more time.
okay. So you had listed September 11th as when you thought you'd have it be ready by?
Correct.
Any board input?
Eric would be supportive of the 60
Okay.
days, making that much progress already.
Okay. Do I have a motion for 535 Wentworth?
I'll make motion to extend the 535 Wentworth repair to September 20th.
Support.
Got motion and support. Any board discussion? Seeing none?
Mr. Sims?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Pontoni?
Yes,
Okay, if you get an extension until September 20th.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you. Have a good day. Do we have any public comments? Any board or staff comments? I adjourn the meeting at 1:20 on the 20th of July. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.